Hey everyone, my name is Derek Henry, and in this blog video, we're going to talk about 3 factors that can aid you in making an investment, whether it's an investment in time, a financial investment, some kind of a project, whatever the case might be. 3 factors we're going to talk about: ROI, return on investment; COI, the cost of inaction; and ROC, the return on change. Now, first up, ROI. Most people are familiar with this. We're going to use a quick example here. This is literally an ROI calculator you can find on my website for an Excel tool that I built that saves people a lot of time with common things. Now, it's very, very value priced compared to the time you can save, as you'll see here with this kind of ridiculous ROI calculation. Just plug in a number of team members, the hourly rate of people, choose an estimate there, a markup for benefits, bonuses, the weeks in the year, and the expected hours a week you're going to save. It does not take very much at all in terms of hours per week that you save to get a ridiculous number here, especially with a value priced product like this. It's $200 and you get volume discounts at different breaks. So you're seeing an ROI of over 3,000%. That is not typical. It's just not. Usually you're seeing 200, 300%, 500%. Those are not terribly uncommon with software products, but let's face it, this is something that anybody can use. It's quick and easy. I can't charge a whole lot for it or nobody will buy it. But those who do and take advantage of it save a lot of time. ROI is a great way to do that. If you wanted to see how much you could save just based on 50 people, very similar percentage there. It's a little bit higher because of the additional volume break. The money just adds up in terms of ROI. Okay, so that's one way to look at it, is the ROI down here at the bottom in terms of dollars and percentage, and then maybe even your payback period. Anything less than a year is usually pretty good. So a week or two is just insane. It's kind of like, what are you waiting for, right? So that's ROI. Most people know how that works. Looking for something positive there. But an even better way to look at this is COI, cost of inaction. What does that mean? Well, it's basically the value of that time that's wasted today. So if you know that there is something that can potentially save you 3 hours a week, well, then the value of those 3 hours a week, this red number here in the middle here, that's the time that's being wasted. You know what that looks like, right? You could do nothing different. At least you know what that is. When you look at potential things, that's where ROI comes into play. It's potential. You don't necessarily know that that's going to happen. Combining those two is great because the time wasted is like a painkiller. If we know we can eliminate that, that's great. If you just look at the potential, it's more like a vitamin. And painkillers are a lot more powerful than vitamins. Now, the third thing, actually before that, let's talk about the opportunity cost. That's really what that time wasted is about. What could be done with that time that could be more impactful? Could it open up team morale better? Could you get something done today that you're not getting done? So it's about capacity and unlocking that. Now, the third thing, ROC, or return on change, this is about what do you do with that time that you can't get to today. So I'll share a quick story about this. A financial analyst I once worked with had a process that took forever. So I helped him automate this. It saved probably 5 or 6 hours a week. Now, with that time, he was able to do a lot more analysis of all kinds. One particular example was an analysis of on the different vendors that were used at this company that had a lot of locations, and that's kind of like having a lot of businesses in themselves. So he was able to look at the different vendors that we use and found that one particular vendor was 25% cheaper and had better reliability and better reputation, everything. And so by shifting as much of the purchasing as we could, and you want to diversify a little bit, but shifting whatever made sense, we were able to enhance our reputation, led to more revenues, lower costs, freed up the staff at the locations themselves to be better focused on customer service. A lot of those things are intangible and you can't really put your finger on the value of them. You can kind of estimate it, it's there, but you may not be able to quantify it in dollars. So this is kind of like the X factor. ROI appeals to our analytical sense. COI, the cost of inaction, appears to our emotional side. It's like, whoa, that's a big red number. We don't want to see that. ROC, the return on change, is the X factor. It's what are you going to do with this when you get the savings that you're looking for. So I hope you found that helpful. Don't just look at ROI, look at that COI, and then consider what you're going to do with that time you're going to save when you're endeavoring to save time. That'll help you make your decision. So appreciate you watching. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day.